Okay, Mr. E math time again. This is week 6, video 2. Again, there will be 3 videos this week, but this one should be pretty quick. Boys and girls, we are still dealing with area of polygons and specifically squares and rectangles. Again, in 5th grade and beyond, you will deal with area of parallelograms, trapezoids, circles, and other shapes, even 3-dimensional shapes. But for right now, you're doing area of squares or rectangles, which is a review of 3rd grade, but we take it a step farther. So this video will deal with BB.9 and BB.10 for IXL. Remember, we're still dealing with polygons, and polygons are many-sided shapes, okay? And the formula, so we have a square or a rectangle. So here is, that's as close as I can get it. There's a rectangle, here's a square. We're going to multiply the length of the shape times the width, just like we did with area models, hence the name area model. And in squares, same thing. There is the length and the width, but in this case, the length and the width are the same. So sometimes, guys and gals, you'll get a square. I'm going to draw a square here. Sometimes you'll get a square, and they'll ask you to find the area of the square if you know this side is 7 yards, and they will only give you one side. Well, you have to know what the square is. If this side is 7, this width is also 7 also, this length is also 7. So you'd have to come up with that on your own, knowing that that's also 7. And then you would multiply 7 yards times 7 yards, which is 49 yards squared, or square yards, okay? Just make sure you remember that piece right there. And then as you get older, sometimes in math you make things a little too complicated. Sometimes you get a little older, they're going to change the name of the length, and they'll rename it the base. The same thing, guys. And they'll rename the width the height. So in 4th and 5th grade, you'll probably go length times width. As you get in middle school, they'll rename those parts, and they'll call it the base and the height. They are the same thing, kids. So just a little snapshot into the future. Okay. So our central question, how do I find the area of a square or rectangle? So you're new learning on BB.9 and BB.10. 9 and 10 are pretty much the same level. 1 is just straight up problems, and then 10 is word problems. So we'll do a couple here. Remember, kids, on our area models, this is just like having one chunk of area model. So we have 3 by 4. So we're thinking this shape right here, we're going to find the length is 4, 3, length times width equals 12. Do not add those two. We're not finding the perimeter around these two sides. That would be 7. We're multiplying it. Let me erase this here. We're multiplying it and saying there are 4 parts going down. Again, area model. So if I can make this semi-equal. 4 parts going down and 3 parts going apart. And these are your last couple levels where you simply just count the squares. Use your imagination, because kids at Mr. Edmonds can draw squares. But you end up with, count the squares, it'd be 12. So it's the same as 4 times 3, which is 12 units, square units, okay? So simply put your 12 in there, okay? And then it continues that way for a while. And then you'll jump up levels, same thing. We'll jump up a few more levels here. Yes, kids, you do not have the magic jump up level buttons. Only Mr. Edmonds has that power. Okay, now here's a case where they give you the area, but they have a missing side. So what you need to reason here is, okay, I know my shape is 6 wide. I know it's 6 long. So we know that's the length. This is the width. So I'm going to write a small equation. 6 times the width equals the square meters. This 24 square meters. So our job is to fill this missing algebraic equation in to figure out that the W, we can think of it like 6 times the number is 24, and that missing number is 4. Now this time, we're not counting square units, we're counting the length of this side. So this right here would be 4 meters. We already have the square meters right there, okay? so our missing side is 4 meters. So you have a few of those problems. Here we're back to a square. Honestly, I would expect us to know at this point that if they gave us this shape with only one measurement, we should be able to reason that a square is 7 long and 7 wide, that we should know that this is 7, that this other side right here is 7 also. Okay? So 7 by 7 is in fact a square, otherwise known as 49 square inches. And move on. Okay, another missing side one here. Think about 9 times a number is 27. So 9 times, well, I know 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. So it would be 3 feet for this missing side right here. Okay, give BB.9 a shot. And 10 is pretty much the same thing. But this time, they're all word problems. So you have to do a little more visualization here. Say, okay, I have a square piece of plywood. The first thing I would think is, if I have a notepad in front of me doing work, I would think square. Okay? And then it's 10 feet long. So I'm going to label one side 10 feet. And our job is to find the piece of plywood's area. Well, like we just talked about, if this side right here is 10, the length is 10, the length is 10, what is the width? Yep, it is 10 feet also, kids, because that is a square. So 10 by 10, otherwise known as 10 tens, is 100. 100 what? Square feet. There will be 100 little squares in here, okay? All right, erase that. So use the clues in the problem to solve. Next one tells you it's a rectangular. Rectangular ink pad is 6 by 4. So again, if you're a visual person like I am, sketch a quick rectangle, maybe a piece of paper, and say, okay, it's 6 centimeters tall. So 6 cm is the abbreviation for centimeters. 8 centimeters wide. And again, I have these probably backwards. I should probably flip this shape the other way, but no, I'm breaking no laws right here. So we're going to find the area, which is 8 by 6. Which would provide us the area, okay? We know 8 times 5 is 40, plus another 8 would be 48. 48 what? 48 square centimeters. And if you're one of those people who are skeptical, that's a good thing. You might think, okay, well, I'm not sure that's correct, Mr. Edmonds, so I would just say, okay, well, sketch it out real quick. I know there are 8 columns, so I'm going to just do a quick sketch of 8 columns. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should yield 8 going vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, imagining Mr. Edmonds can actually draw these perfectly. And then we'll have 6 going sideways. So something like this. So 8 by 6. So now we're back to those first couple levels of practice where if you need to sketch it out to get the visualization, there is the 6 centimeters going on the side, and 8, 6 times 8. All we're doing with the kids is multiplying 8 by 6. Alright. Alright, so that'd be 48, and move on with our lives. Okay, so give that level a shot. It may present you with missing sides where you have one missing side and the area. So remember, in that case, we have to find the missing side. This right here is 10 by 1, which is 10. Then right here it tells you a square again, so just pay attention to the clues, guys and gals. Alright, have a great day, and check back for video 3, which will be a little bit more complex.